Hello everyone and welcome to ChapterSelect. My name is Dylan and I'll be the host of this episode. This is already our fourth video from the full review series of the Skylanders Giants, and this time we are going to take a look at Swarm. So since this is a full review, we are going to discuss different things in different sections. We'll start with the story and some information, then we'll go on with the catchphrase, battle cries, the different versions and the real life figure. The basic attacks, the different pods that you can choose with this character, the soul gem ability, and then I'll give my opinion. That's in the number 9. I'll give my opinion which pod you should choose and how you should use it. Then we'll go on with the heroic challenge from this character and the story chapter where you can find the soul gem ability where I will try to beat time and not to die. If you have any questions, feel free to post them and everything will be down in the description. So we'll start with the story and statistics from this character. So the story from Swarm goes as following. Swarm was once a prince from a proud race of mysterious insect warriors that had built their entire civilization inside a giant honeycombed pyramid. Growing up as one of the 9,000 members of the royal family, he was never permitted to leave the hive. But unlike his brethren, there was a magical quality to Swarm that caused him to grow much larger than the rest of his kind. No longer able to fit amongst the rest of his colony, the young prince broke the long-standing tradition and stepped out into the open world, where his size and strength would be put to good use in the legendary battle between the giants and the Archeans. So that's a quite fun story. It suits Swarm. He's a member of royal family, from the bees and everything. So yeah, that's really fun actually. Now who is Swarm? So we know his story, we know his background, we know how he became one of the Skylanders Giants, but some more details about him. He belongs to, well, his species is a large bee. He belongs to the bees, so he's the large one. And he's a male character as well, and he belongs to the air element. So he's the giant that represents the air element. He starts at a 400 health, 20 speed, 12 armor, a critical hit of 50, and an elemental power of 25. His speed is not that high. He's very slow actually, but I'll show you guys a solution how to fix this with this character, and in the end he actually will be one of the fastest one of all the giants. For his power stats, you can find this online or on the card that you get with the character. With a power of 110, a speed of 80 and an armor of 150 and a 50 of luck, I can say that the armor part is really good. He has some high defense there. And his power is okay. It's actually, I think, a little bit too low in my opinion. I think they should have given him a higher number there. And his speed can be higher as well. Catchphrase and battle cries. So that's his catchphrase, bring the sting. I like it, I keep repeating it, and every time I put him down on the portal it's very fun. He says this also on a nice way. But he also has some other battle cries like Eye of the Swarm and the Go to Plan B. Again, some fun things they did there with the words. He also says the name is buzzing in my ears when you give him a nickname, or form the swarm. He also says that sometimes. And some two other ones, some battle cries from him is like let's buzz on in and trouble with the bumble. So again, the battle cries, they have also a lot to do with who he is. And from the versions I can't actually say a lot. There's only one version from Swarm, and that's the normal one. There isn't any legendary or legendary or special extra one out there. There's only one version that you can buy from this character, and in a minute in the next section you will see how he looks like in real life. There's a royal member. So the real life figure, This is the part. So this is how he looks like. Really cool. He has his orange golden kind of look. And as you can see, the air is there. The air element is on his back. The wings is good. You can see through them. His hands over there. And as you can see, he's quite big. Has an orange base. You can see the air element there by his feet as well. You can see his blades by his arms. And he has a fun kind of smile thing on his face over there. He stands really heroic in my opinion, and now I'll compare him with a smaller Skylander. As you can see, he is again big, since he's a giant, no big surprise. Now he also has a light core ability like all the other giants, and his is that his blade, his right hand blade will light up, and his eyes, his white eyes will also light up. So that's pretty nice, it's pretty cool to see. So when it's fully dark, you will see this effect better. Now let's get started with the basic attacks. Now we know who he is. So when you put him on the portal for the first time, you will have two basic attacks that you don't have to buy. The first one is called Barb Blades. You just have to press the A button, and then he will slash. He will slash with his blades that you could see there. So that's his first basic attack. Here you can see the blades. He has on each arm he has one set of blades. So as you can see, just slashing. There isn't really a combo that you can pull out with him, but they're quite fast. As you can see, you can do the swinging up attack, but the game in one way they don't recognize it as a combination, a combo. So otherwise, down on the left bottom there will be a combo word appearing, so they don't do that. So I don't know why, but okay, that's when you press 3 times the A button. The next one is called Flight of the Wasp. You have to press the X button, then you will start flying, and while you are flying you can shoot your blades by pressing the A button. So I press X, I start flying. And when you press the A button, you will shoot. So while flying and pressing the A button, he won't slash anymore, but he will shoot. Now this is a very important attack that they gave him, the flying thing, because as you can see, that gives him a lot of speed. When you see him walking, he's like really slow, but the moment you start flying, he's like really a lot faster and everything. So when you upgrade this attack further on, I will also mention that you will be able to give this character a lot of speed. Now the first one you have to buy is actually an upgrade for your swords, and it's a visual upgrade as well. It's called Sharpened Barbs, and your melee attacks with your blade will do more damage. This is how they look like. As you can see, they're not anymore this orange kind looking things, but they really look like steel kind of blades. There you could see it. So that's actually all I could say about those blades. So the next one is called Winging It, and this is an upgrade again for your X button attack, and it's called Winging It. You can fly faster and longer. So this upgrade will give you some more speed with this character. You just have to press the button and then you'll start flying. So, but you can use this in your advantage to move yourself faster, since he is a very slow character when you just walk with him. There you can see it, it's no slow motion or anything, it's just swarm walking. So he's slow, but the moment you start flying with him, it's real cool. So since he's a swarm, it makes sense that they give him the flying ability. Now the next one is called Swarm Form. This is the third one you have to buy, and this will unlock the B attack, and it will turn in a swarm of bugs. And when you hit the enemies while in this transformation, you will damage them. And this is one of my favorite attacks from this character, since I really like the visual aspects that they did there. I like the idea behind it. It's kind of this mummy ID from the movie. If some of you guys have seen it, you will know what I'm talking about. So I like that ID. The last basic upgrade that you can buy is called Stinger Shot, and here you have to charge your A attack, and then when you release it, there will be an energy blast. So I will demonstrate it. You charge it, and when you release it, an energy blast. This is a very good upgrade. It will do a lot of damage, and it has some range. So now the first part is called Barbarous Avenger, and this is everything to do with his melee and shooting and flying thing. So the first one is called Razor Rings, and this is a visual upgrade, and your rings will damage enemy when they touch them. So while flying, you will have some more protection since your wings get this upgrade, this visual upgrade. As you will be able to see, they get the spikes and they're like really combat sufficient. And this will be very useful when you want to run against enemies. So when you're flying and when there are enemies in your back and when you fly backwards or anything, or when they try to attack you, your wings will damage them. This will save you some speed. You will see this in the story chapter actually. So the second one is called Better Barb Blast, and when you fly, you know you're able to shoot your blades, and now they will do increased damage. No biggie over there, just a damage upgrade that you get there, but it's welcome since as you can see some changes there. They get this red looking beam behind it when you fire them. Yeah, they do a lot of damage. This is a very useful attack. It creates distance between you and the enemy, so you can damage them from a distance. And this is really useful in Skylanders when you don't have to take the risk. Now the last one is an upgrade, again an upgrade for your swords. It's called Ultimate Barbs, and your swords will now do maximum damage, and you will also get a visual upgrade. Your barb blades will now turn again and change. They will get another look. Here you can see it. Now they have this orange kind of look back, and they have this steel kind of thing around them. So I like this one. This is one of the better visual upgrades for the swords. They suit with Swarm very well. Now the second part is called Wasp Stormer, and this is everything to do with my favorite attack, the B attack, where you change in this swarm looking form. So the first one is called Swarm Storm, and your form will be bigger and will do increased damage when you hit enemies. So how will it look out now? When I press the B button, I will be much bigger and I will do more damage. So the swarm, as you can see, there are a lot more around you, and you can hit more enemies and they will get hit more. You will do more damage with it. So yeah, that's actually very good upgrade. The second one from the second part is called Insect Explosion. And while you are in the swarm form, you can press the X button now, and then you will get this shockwave around you. This is useful when there are a lot of enemies around you and you are stationary. You can do it and you can explode and then you will get back. So that's also very nice. They did a great job over there. When you explode, you just get back again, like all the swarm, the entire swarm attacks the enemy actually. So great job over there. It's a useful attack when you are surrounded for anything. And then the last one is called Bee Cleaver. While you are again in swarm form, your animals will, an insect better, will change to a giant axe. So the entire swarm will take the form of an axe and will smash the enemy. This is the strongest attack that you can do with swarm. So the second part, last upgrade, that's the attack where you will do the most damage in one hit. If you're interested, like for big enemies, this will be very useful. Now, his Soul Gem ability. This one is called Bee is a Butt Stinger. Again, great name, but a less useful attack. While flying, you have to press the B button this time. Not the A button. The A button will shoot your blades, and the B button will shoot this thing behind the swarm. Here you can see it. It will also track and follow down enemies, so you won't be needing to aim. Sometimes it will be useful, but the thing is that Swarm, his flying thing isn't very, it's quite static, and it will be hard to control that kind of attack, and usually you're just focused on what to do. So what should you do now? This is again Birthday Bash, and now I'm going to try out the first part with the visual upgrade for the blades and the wings as well. So as you can see, shooting the blades, a lot of damage. I don't have to do a lot of trouble. I start flying and I just spam the A button and I can shoot. They do a lot of damage. The enemies died quickly, but they were the smaller enemies. So here you can see it with the ones with armor. Need to hit a little bit more. It took too much time, so I started hitting on them. Here I'm planning to use my charge attack to demonstrate it. As you can see, you can hit multiple enemies. It has a lot of damage, about 65. That's great. So here I'm using the attack, my blades, a lot of damage. Enemy died before he could reach the cake. So here you can see the difference between me using, here he is just walking around, and then I was using the flying ability, and as you can see he moves quicker. And here you can see also what happens when you hit enemies with your wings. You damage them. So well, I wasn't I was just giving you guys a demonstration from the attack. That's not actually the way you have to use it, but it's useful since sometimes you can get overrun or there will be a lot of enemies, and when you're in mid-combat, that will sometimes save you some hits. So here this is one of the hardest parts of the game. I'm spamming my shooting thing, I'm trying to stop the aliens. And I'm doing quite a good job. I missed this one guy over here. So now that they are close, I start hitting the slashing attack, the normal hit with the A button on the Xbox, and great damage. They died rather fast. I messed up a bit over there, but no biggie. So this part, it's really good. It gives you a lot of speed, bonus, well, not really that much in speed. The other one will have the same if you use the flying ability. But the shooting part will save you guys some time, so you don't have to walk up to the enemies. You can kill them from a distance. You will do a lot of damage. It's very useful. So here I'm spamming it. Actually, it would have been better if I just had used my normal slashing attack, since you do more damage with that. So don't be too eager to always use the flying thing. I did so because I'm just used to it. But yeah, just start slashing on them. As you will see, you will do some more damage, and it will be also good. The damage is very good on this part, and it's a good one to choose. Now the second part with the swarms, I like this one. This is my favorite one from this character, just because of the visual thing and the idea behind it. I like that. It's also useful. It's very good to use. The disadvantage, as you can see, I need to walk up to the enemies to get some damage with it. But sometimes, you know, you don't always have to choose the more easier part or the better one or anything like that. You just have to choose the one that you like. So I like this one, and I'm trying to use it, and I will try to save the cake with this part that I've chosen. And I have to say that the first part is, I think, a better choice in one way, that it has a larger damage rate. You will be able to kill enemies faster than with the second one, but again, it's quite basic, you know. Yeah, this is the soul gem ability that I'm trying to use. As you can see, I'm having some trouble with it. So, but like what I was saying was, sometimes you just have to choose the part that you like the most, and not always the better one, because this game is about having fun, and if you can't have fun because you just have, if you had chosen the wrong part and you don't really like it, yeah, they did a good job. They upgraded his blades and everything, but I think I prefer characters where the attacks has something to do with the story behind the character, and the details and everything behind it. So I like that part, like here with the swarms and everything. So yeah, I'm messing up here, and did a horrible job when I tried to demonstrate the soul gem ability actually. So here, as you can see, the shockwave is pretty good. As you could see, I could hit multiple enemies. It didn't do a lot of damage, but it's sufficient to harm some of them. You have to keep in mind that these aliens have a lot of life points. So in my defense, so yeah, but it's a fun attack to do, and it might not be the better one, but it's not worse. It's not like it's terrible or anything. The X attack is very useful, and the shockwave as well, and just the part of being able to actually just walk against enemies and let the smaller guys protect you. So yeah, that's my opinion about the two parts. Now the heroic challenge. This is called shoot first, shoot later. You have to fire cannons at flying barrels. This requires some practice, I think, for some of you guys, I don't know. But it's not really hard, you just have to get the timing right. And so yeah, I'm going to try to complete this as fast as possible. As you maybe can see on my visual upgrades I have chosen for the first part. And yeah, the reason why is because it's a faster one. Since you can, when you fly, you can damage enemies by flying against them, and you don't have to, like with the other one, I would have, well, I'm not forced like, but it would be better if I actually changed to the swarm form each time. So here the shields, I'm just running past them. As you can see, Chompy's, even the human shield gets damaged from my wings, so that's good. That's the big advantage from this attack. The wings actually and your blades do a lot of damage, so that's why I would advise you guys to choose the first part. If you are needing some advice on which part is the better one, if you're having trouble with this character in any way or in any level or arena or anything, and you want to use him, upgrade to the first part. Second, like I said, that's my personal favorite one, just because of the visual aspects and the idea behind it. Yeah, there's nothing more to say. You guys are free to choose. I'm really, I really want to know. I'm curious what you guys would prefer from a pet. Do you also like the visual thing, or are you saying like, nah, that's just lame? Feel free to post anything. I really want to know what other guys' opinions are about this character. I love it. I like the way he moves and how they built him. So this part, maybe I should talk about heroic challenge. So the other ones were quite alright. This is one of the harder one. At the beginning, I always shoot away some rocks because I need to get like this space between them, since otherwise I think it's impossible to hit the barrels. So I just I hit it like 3 to 4 rocks, and then normally you should have some timing to hit the barrels. And then yeah, it's just a matter of timing to get it right. You need to practice a bit. I needed to do that as well when I tried this the first time. And when you actually complete it, when you get the timing right, you will get a +5 critical hit, which gives him 55 of critical hit damage when you complete his own heroic challenge. Now this is the last part of this video. It's the story chapter, and it's the 4th one, Cutthroat Carnival. So this is not a walkthrough video about this thing. I will not show you guys how to collect everything in it. I will show the location of the soul gem ability from Swarm, and I will also try to complete this as fast as possible and without dying. Those are my 2 missions. This is you need to do that to get the 2nd star for this level. So yeah, enemies here, as you can see, I'm trying to pick them up with my shooting blades better. Actually, I could have walked up there already. I'm just staying down here, so I switched to the other swarms just to check the damage rate, but I didn't choose for that part because I'm trying to survive and to complete it as fast as possible. I think mainly the time is a big problem here. The first part will save you guys some time, and it will be easier. You will be able to kill enemies faster before you actually reach the area where they are found. So here, spinning the wheel. I need to push the block over there then. No biggie. As you can see, I always use the flying ability to get some speed. If I would just walk with this character, I think I would be in a lot of time trouble at the end because he's really slow. He is. He only gets a 20, so that's normal. But since he has this flying ability, he becomes really fast. So don't be always misleaded by the numbers that you guys see on the internet or when you read them on the cards. So yeah, again, a lot of combat in here, so I need to do some sky stones as well. I didn't have any skips. You can buy sky stones, skips and puzzle lock skips as well in the shops. But since the shop here is at the end of this chapter, I didn't have any on this character, so but maybe some piece of advice when you're playing this with a slower character and you don't want to do this sky stones because you know you've already won all of the sky stones from this character. You can use the skip, but I didn't have any, so I just I tried to complete it. It's not that hard because I've completed the story once before and I have a lot of powerful ones. I bought some great ones as well, so I'm not having trouble actually at all. You can actually play this without being concentrated. But yeah, there will be a lot of sky stones, sky stones in this level, since this is the one where you first get into the whole sky stones ID. Maybe that's also a question I can ask you guys. Do you like it? Do you like the sky stones, or do you think it's a stupid ID? Some other games have developed this idea as well with some cards playing things. Like I can think of Final Fantasy. That's a game that also uses these cards things. So yeah, do you like it or do you actually hate it? So here, a big enemy, I'm actually just walking next to him and then I'm using my charge attack, since that does a lot of damage on this enemy. That's actually one of my main tactics with this character. Each time I see a stronger enemy or a bigger one, I try to use the charge attack. The disadvantage of that one is that you need to charge, and the moment you start moving, you move like really slowly. As you could see, I needed to turn, and that was really slow. So here are 3 of those guys. Charge, release. You can hit pretty well. I think you need 2 attacks, yeah, and then they're dead. Or sometimes you'll just won't get the critical hit. Because if you won't get critical hits, that's the 81 that you guys can see when I hit the enemy. So now I got 2 times the critical hit. It would have been better if I just shoot at him, don't bother on charging again, since he doesn't have that much of a life left. Here I'm failing at my accuracy. So yeah, sometimes it's just better to not do the charge attack. Because if you don't always get the critical hit, so some archers left, and then so when this battle is over, it's quite a battle that you guys will remember. You have to go here to your left, follow this path, and then you have to go up here on this island, and here will be the soul gem. So the soul gem for Swarm will be up here, and then you guys can collect it, and then you can buy the ability to shoot these things from his back. So I need to complete this feat of strength to get the boat over here. When you're, I think you can also get the boat closer when you're playing with a smaller Skylander, when you go in the house that I went past to it. So yeah, maybe since this is one of the last things of this character, I can talk about the PvP. I always do that with each character in the story level. I talk about PvPing, how you guys could use him in PvP. I think this first part will be better as well when you start using this character in battle with other Skylanders. Because it's faster, it's stronger, you get some protection to your back, you can fly away and still be shooting at the enemies. The other one is fun to use, but it's a little bit harder, it requires some more skill and concentration. And yeah, be careful because he is weak to fire. So when you're playing with him, since he's an air element, be careful when there's a fire opponent against you, like Hothead for example, because Hothead will do, or any fire elemental guy will do bonus elemental damage on you. Mainly, I think most of the time the bonus damage will be between 10 and 20 damage, if you guys are wondering how much that would be. But when you use him against an Earth elemental Skylander, you will be in the advantage and you will do some elemental damage. So yeah, in PvP it's quite a strong character. His melee attacks will do great damage. His shooting blades will also do a lot of damage when you're like low at life and you don't want to take the risk. You can fly away and still be shooting at the enemy. The swarm attack, when you're able to pull off the X trick, that will be good as well, since you can hit very high with that one. But the problem is that you need to be able to pull it off in the beginning. So yeah, I think that's the main problem. And like I said, I like the second one. It's my favorite one. I like the visual aspect. I like everything about it. But to be honest, if you want to use him in a practical way, this character, you would have to go for the first one. But yeah, you're all free to do what you want. This is only some piece of advice that I want to give you guys. So yeah, Swarm, this was actually also one of the first characters that I've used when I started playing Skylanders Giants over here. So I'm almost at the end. There's still some puzzling to do. I need to get the key to that gate over there. I've already showed you guys the Soul Gem location. So there's this one Executioner, I think his name is, enemy. I killed him. There are some two that get up here, but you'll see. I won't spend too much time with these guys. I get hit. That will happen sometimes, you know. So yeah, maybe I can also say a small part, just a small detail. It's not a big thingy. When you fly with him, he will fly and be static in the way you look. Like when you look, how can I say? When you look north, like on my screen, when you look to the northern part, he will fly and always look to that part. When you look west, you will start flying to that. As you can see, sometimes I will be flying like sideways and everything. So here you could see it actually. He does keep focus on the enemies, but sometimes it will be strange, since he has like this not full motion capability on this character. So yeah, I got the key rather fast. Push the boulder. You need one to get over there. Then you need to go back over here. No enemies anymore. There are some two archers over there. I think I killed one. Yeah, I leave the other one. I'm trying to beat this time over here because I don't know how fast I'm doing this level actually with this awesome character. And yeah, I'm at the end of the chapter over here, and some more battling. So you can just keep watching. See how I use these attacks. So as you could see there, I actually looked at the wrong direction and it was hard to change, so it's better to stop flying around them and just look at the enemies and then press the flying button again. So here the Executioners, they die rather quick. I didn't use my charge attack, I just kept spamming my flying blades, and that's it. A lot of damage, some good things. As you can see, normal enemies, you can see them and then you can't. They just disappear. So this is one of these rusher guys. Another one disappears. You have to be careful with those guys because they can do some serious damage when they hit you while doing the bash attack. But I was like, you know what, I've got a lot of health, I'll just start swinging at them with my melee attack, since that does a lot of damage. You can hit about 50 with one strike, and since you can do 2 or maybe more when you pull off the combo, that's actually not a combo according to the game, you can hit more and faster. So that's why I use it. He's a strong and good character in the arena battles. Because of his speed that he gets while flying and the speeding of his slashes. So yeah, good character, fun one to play with. I like the story, I like everything behind him, the royal ID. There are some hats that suit him very well, actually. And yeah, there's a lot of fun with him. Can't say a lot more. My last Skystones over here. Then I'll just finish. So his Skystone breaks over there because he didn't have the fire one. So yeah, 1-7-1. That's good game. Get some money over here because I've already won every Skystone this guy owns, I think. You can get some other ones as well if you keep playing, but you'll get some cash and then like 3 times cash and then 1 Skystone. So I've completed the mission. Let's see how I did. Did I die? No. I cleared it in under 8 minutes and 15 seconds. I actually did in 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's a lot faster. That's about minute and a half, minute and 3/4 of a second faster. That's really good. That's really awesome. That's the advantage of this part. So this is the end. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. This is his victory move that he does when you win in PvP. If you have any questions, feel free to post them. And yeah, I'll see you next time with another giant review.